Hey everyone, hope this finds you well. And I'm just going to go spend a few minutes, go over with you what our plans are for this week, April the 14th through the 17th. 4-day week this week, so we're going Tuesday through Friday. And just simply kind of run through the assignments for this week and kind of give you an idea of what's going to be coming up in the weeks to come. Now that we finished Slaughterhouse 5, the main point of emphasis really is going to be two things. Main thing I would say is going to be our college application project, and then the other aspect is going to be getting over some lessons for AP exam, just to kind of review some main and core concepts that are going to be important for that rhetorical analysis question that we're going to be working on. But first, I want to go over the college project with you. And essentially, the college project has kind of come from the college essay assignment that we've been doing for the last few years. But even before our whole remote learning situation was unfolding, I was planning on making a little bit more of a college application project so that we would look at some components just beyond your own college essay. And with the remote learning situation that we're in and the way of the timing, I think it actually works out pretty well for us to kind of do some other components besides just the college essay. So when you go into Google Classroom and you go into the remote learning folder for this week, I got the weekly planner as always, and you'll see an assortment of materials and assignments, and it looks a little maybe daunting or intimidating at first, but I really think you're going to find this week to be pretty straightforward. Your I have a first assignment is going to be an overview where I'm going to kind of run through the 5 assignments for your college application project, where you're going to do some college research, a reflection upon that research, a resume, make a log for your letters of recommendation, and then actually work on your college essay. So I have all the materials posted in here for remote learning with your application that you would pretty much need to do that. So where it says college application project for materials, this has the actual assignment, which is the first one, but also then has a PowerPoint that I'll be going over with you, some information about colleges that use the Common App. I have a video resource dealing with your college essay, and a college essay packet that we've been using over the years, but I'll probably be adding some more materials in here. I also, and this is unrelated to your project, but if you're kind of looking at different schools and some ideas for the campuses, I put a link to virtual college tours that you could take a look at, and it advertises as having 600 plus schools that you can look at, but where it has the filters, you're able to select states and different kind of institutions that you would want to look at. So that gives you an opportunity to kind of maybe get a sense, a feel for some of those colleges that you might be interested in viewing. But really, this week you're going to be doing a lot of Edpuzzle assignments. So for Tuesday, it's just an Edpuzzle where it's an overview of the assignment in general. It's about a 21-minute video, pretty straightforward. And then for Wednesday and Thursday, you're going to be taking a look at the college essay the do's and the college essay don'ts when it comes to writing your essay. And again, those are simply just Edpuzzle activities. Now, I do have an assignment down here at the bottom where it says artifact number 1. Important thing to note is that assignment is due on Monday, April the 20th. So I have it in for this week just because I want you to be aware of it. And so that would certainly be something to kind of look at while you are, kind of planning some things for your college application. But I go over this assignment within the overview for the college project, so you'll certainly get the details with that. But I want to make that assignment there just viewable for you so that you could take a look at it. The other thing that is then showing up for this week is that we are going to be doing some AP exam prep, and YouTube has posted videos by the College Board. It's actually at www.youtube.com and then /advanced placement, and so they have videos for all AP classes that are being presented and taught, kind of webinars by AP teachers. And there's a series of videos that really kind of focus on the rhetorical situation for a rhetorical analysis prompt, and they take a look at the Abigail Adams prompt, the letter to John Quincy Adams, which we took a look at in class probably back in January or February maybe. So we're going to do a series of videos, lessons, kind of like Edpuzzle lessons and assignments that deal with that prompt over really the next week or so. So our very first video is going to be this week that you're going to do for Friday. And then with that, you're also going to be submitting a handout. So if you take a look, it says Abigail Adams Part 1. That's the Edpuzzle assignment, just a couple questions. But then, there is the Edpuzzle for Abigail Adams. But then there's also a PDF copy of the prompt, which again, we've already looked at before, but you're going to be doing some annotations for this in Notability and just kind of submit it back as proof of your notes that you were kind of doing with the video. So while you do see a fair amount of assignments that are going on here for a 4-day week, take note that the first one is really not due until next week. These two down at the bottom go hand in hand. together. So I don't think they're going to really take too much of your time. And then the rest are all just Edpuzzle videos that are in the ballpark of about 20 minutes for each of those days. So I think you should be pretty good taking a look at that and feeling pretty comfortable with the pacing that's going to be going on. But certainly the main thing is going to be your college project. So, that might be a conversation kind of start having at home a little bit with parents and guardians and grandparents and siblings and whatnot, if you haven't already, about different places that might be a focus of interest for you, different places for campuses and whatnot. Keep an eye on materials that get posted to Google Classroom, as I'll keep refreshing that and having it in the upcoming weeks as well. But that would be a place, just a resource where there'll be a variety of materials to take a look at. But this is really kind of an opportunity for you to try to showcase something for yourself, which I think is going to become increasingly important for your class of 2021, when it comes to your college applications, because a lot of schools, I have a feeling, are probably going to start to make ACT and SAT scores exempt. I think it was University of Washington over the weekend said that they're not going to require incoming freshmen from the class of 2021 to have those tests taken due to difficulties with coronavirus and whatnot. So certainly not that it makes the college essay more important in the sense that it wasn't important before, but if they are not going to be requiring, or at least if some schools are not going to be requiring ACT and SAT scores, that's a component that is being removed from the application decision on their part. So they're certainly going to be taking a look at those college essays closely, along with transcripts and volunteer work, experiences and letters of recommendation and whatnot. So certainly do take a look at that college essay as being a very important component. But look through Google Classroom this week for the remote learning. Let me know if you have any questions. But basically, I have that weekly planner as normal, so just follow through with that assignment list that is on there, and you'll see it does have the reminder that your artifact number 1 is going to be due on April the 20th. But I think when you take a look at the weekly setup here, it probably looks a little less daunting than it may be when you see all of the assignments being listed in Google Classroom. I hope everyone's continuing to do well. I hope you enjoyed the Easter weekend. A little opportunity to kind of refresh and recharge a little bit. So I hope everyone's doing well. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email or send me a text via Remind. Last thing that I have on here that I did want to mention: Invisible Man essays. The note is I'm working on them. So I have started grading them, but it's a little bit of a process with everything that's going on. So I would say it's probably going to be around mid next week that I'll have those things graded. So you turn them in on Wednesday evening. My hope would be a 2-week turnaround process where I would get those things back to you. All right. As I said, hope everyone's doing well. Take care of yourself. Wish your families my best. And I look forward to seeing you again. Bye-bye.